Hi everybody, my name is Jim, and this is the Lake Effect Gardener. Welcome back for another episode, and yes, can you believe it? I'm gonna do another upcycle. So this project was, I'm not going to say it was out of left field because it is something that was kind of brewing for a while. One of my longest and dearest friends, Jessica, that I've known since the first grade, reached out to me, oh golly, I don't even know how many months ago it was. She reached out to me because she had this large gazebo, okay, that she had purchased, and it was one of those gazebos that are made out of aluminium, that have the canvas top on it that you put on your back deck or your back patio, okay? So I guess what happened was there was an event, a snow event, go figure, okay? A snow event that happened at her house. She doesn't live that far from me. Long story short, they had left the canvas on top of the gazebo and the snow piled up, 2 feet of snow, and then the whole thing was leveled. So she reached out to me because she is a subscriber, does watch the channel, and she was like, hey Jim, I think, I've got this gazebo that collapsed. Perhaps you can do something with it. Would you like it? Of course I'm gonna say yes, of course, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. I knew I would figure out something to do with this. If not, I could have set it aside and dealt with it later. But as it happens, the brain started working, and it just so happens that I have decided that I'm going to use the remnants of this gazebo to create a brand new arbor pergola. Arbor. Okay. Structure. Another structure. I know. So, without further ado, let's go over to the remnants of the gazebo, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm just going to walk you through, kind of give you an idea what I'm going to be doing with this, and then I will show you where it's going to go. So here's everything that my friend Jessica dropped off to me, and it's made out of aluminium. So I've got 4 posts, and then I've got all of this kind of framing that goes along the top, usually. I have to say a lot of it kind of got bent into submission, okay, just to give you, okay, all right then, or broken for that matter. So just to give you an idea, here's a piece that has been, broken. Yeah. All right. So I'm probably not going to be able to use these parts, but it's no big deal. I may be able to use them in the garden. If I can't find a useful purpose for any of this, honestly, I can put it at the curb, and there are people who will actually drive around and pick up metal objects because then they can take it to a scrapyard and get money for it. So I'm more than happy to let them have a go at it and, get some money from it. So yeah, lots of different stuff here. And so I'm going to be using these as kind of just a decorative framing to go around as well. I'm going to use the posts. Woo! Sorry, it's a bit windy if you can't tell. I'm going to use the posts to secure it, and then I have what used to be my cucumber trellising from last year that I can put over the top of it. So it gives it that real arbor pergola look. I don't know the difference. Arbor, pergola, whatever. As you can see, there's some nice dead remnants of the cucumbers from last year. I'll obviously take those off. So that is the plan. I'm gonna set this down here. Okay, so I'm going to build this arbor over in my herbaceous border. So let's go over there right now, and I'm gonna show you kind of what my plans are. Okay, let's just take a look at the area in question. This is my herbaceous border. I know when I say herbaceous border, that really means that I've got a bunch of herbaceous perennials that come back every single year to dazzle all of us as we walk through, as we head towards the garden. As you can see, my shadow, hello. Here's the path that runs into my garden, and then this is all usually flowers. Well, most of them I plant are annuals. I do have some perennials in here. There's plenty of perennials that I don't want in here as well. There's lots and lots of dock. Oh yeah, good stuff. Anyways, I was hatching an idea to do some kind of a sitting area in here. Okay, something to break this area up. So the plan is going to be, I'm going to run a path that runs this way in a curved line that goes out to the main path that heads towards the garden. Okay, kind of a cut through, if I may. Along with that, I was going to create kind of a sitting area right here. This is typically like try to shove as many plants in because there's nothing there area. Well, I'm going to put a seating area there now. I'm going to use probably pea gravel. Okay. There is a bit of a drainage issue over here, so I want to make sure that the drainage is pretty decent. I can dig this path down a little bit and then really pack in the pea gravel so that you know, every time anyone walks down this path, they're not going to be covered in mud. So the seating area here is going to be utilizing this bench over here, which, by the way, is another upcycle that I did 2 years ago. 2 years ago? I think it was. Anyway, someone threw away a full-sized bed, a double bed frame, and I turned it into a bench. Okay. Actually, why don't I show you? I've got some pictures that I can put up and show you how that was done. That was totally something that I did not come up on my own. I've seen posts about it. Anyways, so all of that material that I got from my friend can create, since it's got the posts and some of the framing, I would like to create kind of an arbor here that comes out. Okay, something that's got a little bit of shelter, a little bit of hardscaping here that will kind of break this all up. And the idea is, once the arbor is in here, to set the bench on the inside. Okay, and I want to have stuff growing up and over because honestly I didn't get enough trellising from my last video. I don't think so. Yes, so I'm gonna put the bench here and I'm gonna be growing all sorts of different plants, and I think the largest amount of plants I would like to grow, especially around the bench, will be scented flowers. So this will almost be like a scented garden. It'll offer a little bit of protection, hopefully, when things start to grow. I've got a honeysuckle that's growing up here on the back. I'm going to be planting other things that will be climbing. I can't tell you what that is, though, because that's going to be another video on either side. And then I'm going to leave what I've got down here. I've got some perennials popping up. Saladego, which is yeah, Jim, what is that? You can say the Latin word, but you can't say the common word. Goldenrod. I've got goldenrod here. And these typically will grow super, super tall, but if you cut them back, they'll stay pretty low and they'll still produce some really nice yellow flowers. So yeah, that is the plan. So I guess what I'm going to do is just kind of set the tripod down and give it a go. See how it goes. There aren't any specific plans for these. I'm just kind of winging it. But don't I always do that? So it's up. So you can see how I used kind of the cross beams that were originally for the top of the gazebo. I used them as braces, okay? So, I really don't know what the measurement is from this post to the garage, but you can see I have it affixed to the garage. I used the bottom of the post, which normally goes into, like you'll screw it into a deck of some kind so that it stays steady. Well, I used that bottom instead to go straight into the garage so that it's, it's affixed. And then I actually flipped these posts upside down. So I used a post hole digger, as you can see, and I set these in the ground. And this is actually the top end. And then I put the bottom end at the top, and that's what these are for, okay? It's supposed to cover up the naughtiness that's underneath it with the screws and stuff like that. But I liked the decorative detail of it, so I liked it. I thought I'd put it on the top. And they're there, they're stuck, they're not going anywhere, which is really, really nice. I took two shorter bits and I kind of overlapped them to create this kind of an arched effect, okay? And then on this side, I did the same thing with the long support there. So, wow, I'm really, really excited about this. I think it turned out really, really well. It is as sturdy as the Dickens, as my grandmother used to say. And I know it doesn't look like much, but just give me about 2 seconds. So I just gave a quick spray paint to this. Believe me, I didn't do a lot. I just did just the facade, if I may, so that you could see what it looks like when it's going to be kind of in its final phase. So it kind of has like an Art Nouveau-ness about it. I'm in love. I'm totally in love. Ah, that's it. So the bench is going to sit in here. There's going to be a nice stone path going across the front of it. And lots and lots and lots of flowers. And I just touched the wet paint, and now I've got it all over my hands. Another structure in my garden for free. I had everything on hand, even the spray paint, but I buy it in bulk because I'm always using white spray paint to do touch-ups and things. So Jessica, thank you, because yeah, I've got a wonderful brand new structure that's hopefully going to last a very, very long time. Now there's no actual roof on it. It's just the cucumber trellising that I put over it. So hopefully there is no risk of snow collapsing it. And B, that side of the garage is really sheltered. It's really well sheltered. So I can't wait to show you what that's going to look like, you guys. It's been a long day. I can't wait to see what that looks like. I'll get to show you guys, its stages as it progresses through the summer. It was pretty funny. I don't know if you had caught little parts of it as it was moving really, really fast, but I was literally there, the posts, when I was putting the posts up on the garage, I was balancing it on my head. Hence the reason why my crust has been cracked. Another upcycle win for the Lake Effect Gardener. I'm over the moon. So, the next video, I'm going to be taking a slight turn in the road. There's been something that's been on the back of my mind for a while now, and I've been doing a lot more research on it, and I've gotten some books about it and things like that. So I'm thinking that hopefully will be the next video. It might just be a chat, okay, but a very informative one. So I really hope that you guys tune in. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, thumbs up. Don't be afraid to leave comments. I love reading comments. And yes, this is a gardening channel. The last few videos that you've seen have been almost upcycle in nature, but now's the time to do it before we start getting things put into the ground. So that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I will be back very, very soon with some more gardening videos. So long.